Welcome back to your Yankees Latest. I'm your host, John Laloggia. It is not Groundhog Day. It looks like a similar rundown or a similar show from yesterday. Don't be alarmed. You're not going crazy. It's just the same outcome as the game before. The Yankees lose 2-0 to the Rangers. They're on the verge of being swept. Devin Williams blows it again. They pretty much almost get hit by Nathan Eovaldi, who goes 8 innings, 1 hit, no earned runs, 6 strikeouts. He was literally unhittable. Credit Will Warren for pitching 5 shutout innings with 5 strikeouts. I'm dead at this point. This team is dead. It's over. I throw it in the towel. Last night was it for me. It was the final straw. This team's not going to make the playoffs. They're a game and a half up on the Rangers, I think, for the last wild card spot. They're gonna miss the playoffs. This team is dead. I'm dead. This team's dead. I don't like to start off shows this fatalistic, but I see what I see. They cannot hit. They don't have a reliable bullpen, and their manager isn't going to change anything because you're watching this game. And it's total pitcher's duel. You can't. I mean, Eovaldi was incredible. He was on point. There's no problems there. But then in the 8th inning at 0-0, they bring in Devin Williams again when Bednar was available and they had other pitchers. He throws a changeup. Rowdy Tellez bloops it in to center field. 2-run score. Ball game. Another blown save. And I don't know what to do. I'm really at a loss. I don't know where this loyalty to Devin Williams is coming from. I better not see him again in a high leverage situation for the rest of the year. It's unfathomable. I don't understand it. Devin Williams saying, I only made one bad pitch to Jock Peterson the other night. Well, that's not true. And Boone also saying, well, he actually made some good pitches. Like, that's also not true. I wonder if this team knows, or specifically Boone, who I really want to talk about, if he knows that we can see these games and we're also not stupid. Devin Williams didn't just have one bad pitch to Jock Peterson. He had several. He missed. He walked guys. He walked Peterson last night because he was clearly afraid of him. He can't command his fastball consistently. And at this point, he doesn't know where that changeup is going. Now, the pitch to Tellez wasn't a terrible pitch. It was low and outside and out of the zone. But he put 2 guys on base. And that is his fault. He was afraid. He was completely afraid of Peterson, which is totally why he walked him. Again, like, it was a 3-2 pitch, and he's behind in the count. He's not working ahead. And Tellez hits a base hit. This team's dead. They're probably going to miss the playoffs. I can't believe I'm saying it. Like, I truly believe it. And the reason I do is because things will never change. Brian Cashman's not going to fire Aaron Boone. Is this team perfectly constructed? No. Are they good enough to win? Yes. But adjustments need to be made. This manager is not going to make them. And maybe he's not making them because he just wants to keep his job, because he'll just do whatever Brian Cashman wants to do. He's sort of the whipping boy who's going to take all the slings and arrows for Cashman and the front office. It's kind of like how Rob Manfred, as the commissioner, takes all the slings and arrows for the owners. Like, all the stuff that Rob Manfred does that we don't like, he's doing those on behalf of the owners who secretly want these things to happen. There's going to be no baseball after 2026. There's going to be a strike. And the reason for that is the salary cap. The owners definitely want a salary cap. They want a floor. The players' union and the players are never going to agree to it. Manfred's going to take all the heat, but he's going to keep his job. And that's what this is all about. This is about being a company man and keeping your job. He's not going to discipline any of his players. He's not going to have hard conversations with any players. He's not going to get rid of Devin Williams or even use him in a non-leveraged situation. This is the whole organization failure, not just Boone. I do think you could spark, if you wanted to salvage the season, to spark something, I think you do have to fire the manager. I'm not saying that's always the case, but this team is dead. They have no life, and they do need new life, and they need new direction because they have the talent to win, but they don't have the leadership, and nothing's going to change. They're going to continue to slide if Aaron Boone is the manager. And he probably will be because Cashman's going to have a job. He's protecting Cashman. He's protecting the front office. It's no different than Rob Manfred protecting, protecting the owners. Someone the other day was saying, they're like, when Boone talks, it's not even really Aaron Boone. Like, I know Aaron Boone as a player, and this guy played with him. He's like, I know Aaron Boone as a player, and like getting mad and savages in the box and all that stuff. He's like, that is more his personality. All this other stuff to the media is just bullshit. It's all just protecting Cashman, the front office, the owner, and protecting all their decisions. And credit to him, he's like, I don't care. Like, I can take it. I mean, Boone's not dumb. He knows what he's doing, and he's not happy that they're losing, but he wants to be the manager of the New York Yankees. Image, appearance is very, very important to him. He will do and say whatever it is to keep that job. It's no different than Rob Manfred. Rob Manfred is a labor lawyer, and that's why they chose him. They kind of wanted someone who didn't really like baseball, but knew in the ins and outs of negotiation and how to get the best deal and how to make the most money for the owners. The problem is that everyone hates him, and he doesn't really like baseball. When you say that the trophy's a piece of metal, it's so out of touch, and he can say whatever bullshit he wants about, sometimes I use those phrases or words. This guy doesn't like baseball. He definitely doesn't love it, and probably should if you're the commissioner, but should you? Because that's not really your job. Your job is to make money for the owners, and that's why people are like, oh, why do these people keep having jobs? Because they're a good soldier, and they're doing what their boss is telling them to do. Jed Hoyer just got a contract extension for the Cubs before the deadline, and then he completely did nothing at the deadline because he knows he already has a job. What's the incentive? Why is Boone going to make any adjustments or any changes? He's not, because he wants to keep his job. He wants to be the manager of the New York Yankees. It's one of the greatest jobs in sports. He doesn't really care what people think. And he's going to keep doing the same stuff he's been doing for the last 7 to 8 years. It doesn't matter. Nothing's going to change until he leaves and probably Cashman leaves. Because those two are a package deal. He's going to do whatever Cashman and the front office want. But maybe because this season is such a debacle, and it would be such a train wreck and such a travesty if they missed the playoffs with how they started off, maybe changes would happen. I don't see it coming because nothing's ever going to happen to him. So unfortunately, you're going to have to continue seeing games like this, which is sad for the fan base. The last thing, I'm going to talk about Boone the whole time. I'm so upset. Williams can't be in high leverage situations anymore. Boone's never going to get fired. I'm sorry. I'm so upset this morning. I literally can't believe I just saw the game I saw. It's literally a carbon copy of yesterday's game. A couple acquisition moves so Slater, new acquisition is a left hamstring strain. He's TBD. He walked out a couple days ago in Texas. He's placed on the 10-day DL, just running to first base. Why Yankees players can't run to first base without pulling something is beyond me. Jonathan Loaiza's right mid-back stiffness. It was a long night. At this point, this team is causing me to lose sleep. Experienced discomfort after pitching August 1st, underwent an MRI on August 4th, came out pretty clean. And then Boone said is hoping it's a short thing. Fernando Cruz, obviously really need him back with obviously the bullpen imploding. You can't trust Devin Williams anymore. You probably never could, at least in high leverage situations. Left oblique strain, threw from the mound a couple days ago and said he felt good and is good to go. So that's your updates there. They did option deadline acquisition Jake Bird to AAA after his putrid performance the other day. So he is in Scranton just 5 days after acquiring him from the Rockies in the trade deadline. So, hey, great job. Nice job. Way to go, Boone. Way to go, Cashman. This team is on the verge of missing the playoffs. I know this was a negative episode. But listen, unlike Boone, I'm going to tell you how it is. Like, we all have eyes. We all can see this team is dead. I'm dead. And I don't think they're going to make the playoffs. As long as this manager is at the helm, you're going to keep seeing the same stuff. Ugh. Awful. Can't believe it. Yanks play again today. Afternoon game against Texas. Fingers crossed they avoid the sweep. And it's not like it gets any easier because there's an off day tomorrow. And then they play a 3-game series with Houston. And that's going to be tough. So they really need to salvage a victory today to avoid the sweep. Really take that off day. Maybe have a team meeting or a player meeting. Or maybe, meet in the front office and decide to fire Boone, even though it's not going to happen. I don't know. Just some ideas. That's been your Yankees Latest. I'm your host, John Laloggia. Join me tomorrow. Hopefully we're talking about a Yankees win. Probably not, because I'm dead and this team is dead. Have a great day. Bye-bye.